It's a good thing that we have something so exciting and so experiential that you will be awake with eyes wide open. Right, James?
Right.
So excited. You're so convincing. So you might see on your schedule there are two separate events planned. There's one, audio for games. Is that what it's called?
It's
something like that.
Music in an hour.
Music in an
From the
hour.
beginning, this, from start to finish or something.
Music from start to finish. James, music from start to finish. And I was scheduled to talk about Wiev and interactive visuals. And we were scheduled for the same spot. And we thought, hey, we should just put them together because James is creating audio generally intended to go with a game or a visual experience. Wiev is a visual experience that's intended to be collaborated with music.
You guys should collaborate.
It's like peanut butter and chocolate.
It's like peanut butter and chocolate and jelly and bananas all together.
That's like.
And then what?
So what we're going to do tonight is you are going to help us write a song
All right.
in an hour. And as we're writing the song, what we're going to do is create a visual choreography.
And it's royalty free for all
To-
to use.
Yeah, I'll put it up. If anybody who wants it can give me their email. I'd like to.
Great. So
Totally won't send you spam.
Yeah. Hey, I got more for you. If you want.
So
Subscribe.
together we will create a song, and then we'll also create visuals to go with that song. So, are you ready?
And the visuals
Which
are
one of you is the one that
really
makes animals, and which one is the one that makes like solid object things on vehicles?
So my name's Paul. This is James.
What? Yeah. What's your like grouping name?
Two guys at Cgdc having a good time. So we're so glad you're here, and we're glad to be here as well. So James, do you want to speak to the musical creation process?
Yeah, I'll do that real quick.
All right.
I'm terrible at holding everything at the same time. So, what I do is music composition, sound design. Music composition is something that requires other art to be around, or at least an idea of something artistic, to really be able to produce something on your own. Out of that, you need to be inspired. And so, especially with games, it's really fun when you've got some art or you have an idea of what the theme of the game is. And from that, I always get imagery or some sort of visual stimulus on what that would be like, or at least what I imagine it would be like. And then that's accompanied by any art that I can see. And that always gets infused then into what I'm doing. And essentially what I'd like to do is show you guys what the process is of making a song on hopefully somewhat of a technical level, so that you've got my screen in front of you. So this would kind of be like pulling up a blank page and starting to type in some code or something. Hopefully it's kind of, I'm just going to start from scratch. It's a blank slate. So hopefully you guys are just going to pick everything that I do, and I'm going to show you how I do it, and show you that the process isn't all that difficult. If you can get, if the technical side is done for you real quick or has been done already, it's actually really fun, and it's a really cool process. And so hopefully you guys can get something out of this.
So what we'll do is, if you're interested in Logic, which version? 7?
It's Logic 8.
Logic 8. James is going to be working right here, so you can watch this screen and help him compose, come up with ideas. For those of you who want to put on your VJ hat, you can come over here by me. So as James is creating music with a group of people, I hope that some of you will come forward and we can work with Wiev to take the music he's creating and try to be expressive with it visually. Yeah?
It's really fun, guys.
Yeah.
So do you want to put Wiev up on the overhead
I
too?
mean, I could if
yeah,
there's
and
a
then
choice.
Sorry, it should be. I turned it off.
Yep, we need like
Let's give the people an opportunity.
I wouldn't suggest doing that.
James, can you make music?
Your guys' circuit.
Paul?
Yeah, we might get shocked awake real quick.
Yes.
I think classical dubstep.
Classic.
Yes.
I want
The
8-bit
first thing is,
dubstep.
I do want to make this in
Yeah,
1
that
hour.
sounds-
So
No,
we
just
can't
make the quick
experiment,
point.
but I'd like to try and show you what would actually be done for a game over like experimenting with an entirely new genre, which would be fun, but I'm not going to be able to do that probably in an hour, or at least make it sound good.
The question was, what is Wiev?
Oh, Wiev is, so, yeah, that's a good
it's
question.
view spelled backwards.
Yeah, so Wiev is interactive visual music.
Daddy Wiev.
That's what it says there. So what it is, you can use Wii remotes and you can use them to create visuals on the fly. And so you can create collaborative visuals, usually intended to go with, say, a musical performance. So up to 7 of us could be doing this. So what we're going to do is, the music is being composed, we will try to come up with essentially a visual routine to express that music. So we can either do that with one remote, or we can do the 7, or we can use multiple scenes.
7.
Yeah. So that'll be the process. So if you're interested in that, you can come over and stand or sit on this side of the room, and we'll work together to do the visual routine. And those of you who want to help write the music, can crowd right around here in the front.
Oh!
Well, you can.
No, everyone else has to like breathe on his
And
neck.
everyone else breathe on this
I'm
neck.
gonna stand
gather around.
here so I can like do both.
The big question is, what game am I making some
The
music
bigger question is,
Retro Runner.
RPG?
RPG. Epic fantasy RPG.
Steampunk RPG.
We gotta go
like
towards
action,
Lord of the
epic.
Rings. With bluegrass. No blues.
Okay.
A farming RPG.
Jazz.
Farming
All right,
Simulator.
so we
Here we
have
go.
some sort of
Farm
basic
Simulator
game, like a
RPG
fantasy-
2015.
The year is 2047.
Too many bosses.
All right, more towards the trailer side of the game, or is it going to be more towards
What
like
kind
the
of music
game?
is there?
Trailer.
So what is
This is
part of
Farming
the game?
Simulator.
We're going to do trailer.
Yeah, if there's no music.
That's not a very good simulator. They listen to music all the time.
No, but in Euro Truck Simulator 2, there is awesome country music
Okay.
station.
How about March?
Yeah.
We like the Battle March.
Title screen.
Okay, so we're
Slower,
so
but
it sounds like
powerful.
we're going to be making a fantasy RPG's Battle March.
Oh,
Is that what we're going to be doing?
Are we going to go
With
for
a
more
cello.
martial style, or is it going to be more
With the cello? Should that be the first instrument that's
No.
played?
It's got at least one violin.
It's gotta start, yeah, it's gotta start
And a
with like
guitar
string stuff.
Okay, just a solo, an individual violin.
Solo viola.
Yoda song.
Oh, I know. In the middle, just one. Pull up the software. Do you need to compose a 4-minute guitar solo to go with this?
That's why there's only
What do you use the tablet for?
We've got an hour. We can just throw whatever we can in this.
Hey, do you think you can sit down?
That's why I use it.
You know what?
Well, I was scared because the camera's like facing right there.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
Those are the cameras way.
So we're gonna go for a more, all right, martial style, or we're gonna go more of an orchestral, epic type.
That's a good question.
It's supposed to be epic, but
I'm not picking anything here.
is there going to be screaming in this epic intro?
We're gonna go more martial, like trumpets.
Do you want to experiment with anything electronic?
Sounds more epic.
electric guitar.
Electronic viola.
Yeah, I like electronic viola.
Military.
Electronic
Maybe we should
RPG.
start with a theme then, right? Some sort of pummable tune that'll get caught in your head.
Why not start with a drum
We'll
line?
start with that, and then from there on.
Driving drum line.
What if we
If it's
start
marching,
with
why
the
not start
drum line?
drums and then bring in the instruments
Yeah,
or
if you're doing
something?
a march.
And then have the thing kind of come in after.
And then the violin.
Build up.
Violin.
Build up? Are we starting with any build up before drums, or should it
Does
just go
Logic
right
Pro
into?
come with any loops?
Drums? I'd start with just the drums.
Just
That's all
Yeah,
it is.
drums and then violin and
Now that
then
I've loaded up this
Rest-
violin.
We'll save that for later then. But typically.
Oh, I missed. Is there a whole bunch of work involved?
All right, so we want to have a feeling of the army marching by.
So
we need the snare.
Does
Do
Logic
we want like a snare or just a normal? Snare is too like
Oh, we want something more fantasy. So you want to go away from more like what
big-
you see in marching bands and stuff.
Yeah.
You probably want something deeper.
Isn't that a marching band?
I can't hear it.
Yeah, all right.
That sounds too Eastern.
I would
Too Eastern.
I would go probably kettle drums is a good idea, but
Yeah, lower.
But I think the tuning.
Lower and on.
Like the drums coming out of the orc buildings or something.
drums from the deep.
You know what? Maybe I'll come back to the drums. I'll be
You
back.
realize
I'll
they're
be back
going
to
to be
the
just
drums.
as
I'll be
annoying
back
as
to the
anything
drums.
else, right? So are those two separate programs you're using?
No. So what I'm doing is, so everyone knows, I'm loading up an instrument pack off of this hard drive that has all this audio in it, and I'm essentially just playing a song off of there. The songs are all just one note.
Okay.
So I play each one and sample it. They sound pretty good. That doesn't sound so much better.
That sounds very fun.
Thank you.
You know what?
It is?
It is.
All right. Can you hear me better?
It's not on.
So why do you, is there a reason that you prefer Logic Pro to GarageBand?
GarageBand's free, Logic Pro costs money. It's a nicer, robust system. The reason that I prefer it is it can do more, and it's a more stable program, and it just has a lot more options in it.
Would you still be able to use like a sound pack or something like that if you're recording with GarageBand or something?
You know what? I haven't played with the latest version, but I think that you can add instruments into it.
And last one, does Logic Pro also work with Windows? Is Logic Pro is a Mac only?
Yes. All right. Can people hear me better? Is it better? Okay. Sorry. All right. So we got to pick a theme. Happy battle? Is this a good battle we're going into, or a really sad one?
No, the elves
I
are
would say epic battle.
I'm gonna say
Epic.
The
epic.
Dark Army is
I'm gonna say
coming.
epic final battle. The kind of conclusion. This could go either way. It could be really good. It could go really bad. But it's a conclusion.
Too sad.
do high. Do high in that last one. Do high in the last one. Yeah.
That works.
Yeah. Something like that. Okay. Let's try recording that. So I cheat. I don't actually ever record anymore. Luckily, this has a playback option. So what I do is I just hit play, and then I'll play something. We also need to pick a tempo though, now that I realize. We need to go at a certain pace, a brisk pace probably. Most trailer music is actually done around 140 beats per minute. You'll find. It's just the classic tempo to go at. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just try putting it at 135. And I'll play that back for you so you guys know what that sounds like. So,
Yeah. That look.
what I'm going to do is now I'm going to play it again to that tempo, and we'll see what comes of it. At least for now, that's enough of a theme. It's hummable, it's rememberable. So, we'll go in. Now I'm pulling up the individual notes as I played them with a time mapping of them. So, if I made a mistake, I don't care. It's right here. I get to go in and edit it. So we'll go back through and we'll listen to it and see what it sounds like. So right there, it kind of sounds funny. The sample, the way it's worked, is it cuts to from an up or down to a down. So I'll do is I'll just move this over, make it a little bit longer. Zoom out. We'll go back and out here. And it still sounds kind of funny. So what I'll do is I'll put it right here. How does that sound, people? Hummable? Memorable? Enough? Yeah. Good enough? All right, so moving on. We have a theme. That's all we need. From there, I'll open up another library here.
Lower voice.
All right, so if we go into orchestras, we go to strings, and for now, what I'll do is I'll use one big full string sound to get everything I need. So this has everything from my lows to my highs. So I'll pull that up, and now what I usually do, again, what I'm doing is a very non-technical way to make a song, and that's the point here, is just to try and feel it out. So we've got a couple notes here. I'm going to try and play off of those. And at the same time, what I think I'm going to do is put my cello to the drum beat. So I'm actually going to make my drum beat with the cello, and then I'll go in and add more drums later, since we're not totally decided on drums.
I feel like you would damage the cello if you were using it.
So this would be a good one for
It's just going to be Hans Zimmer of this session.
But it's a march. You have to have a march.
Are you needing more
At least for now. Oh, I now get what you mean. Actually, he does that too. He'll just smash the cello. I'm not sure why there will be a... All right.
They're very sturdy cellos.
Let's see here. What do you guys think about something like that? Triplets? Sounds all right? We'll see what that does. So, you saw I played a terrible little piece of music right there, but that doesn't matter because I have a program to do all the work for us.
Sounds great.
So right there, what I did was with a couple commands, I can also add notes. So I don't even have to play the note originally. I can just add it myself later. That's enough. Get rid of that. So where should it go now? Well, the violin goes up. Let's see what happens if the cello goes down. And you know what? Let's get creative. Let's actually make it. Let's make it run down. Let's see what note we're hitting over here.
This will be for the big, like the crescendo. So I'm not sure. What we'll do is, this is called
Too low.
Make it match the last.
Too low. Right? Mistakes are made. Okay, that sounds cool enough. Let's have one last low note, and we'll see what that is. But we'll change it up here because it's going to repeat itself here. Let's see. We'll try a whole bunch of triplets. Make those cello players really have to earn their food.
So when you're dragging them over, you're just kind of drag them onto certain spots so you can tell that you're
Yeah,
lining up
essentially
the
this is a big grid, and what happens is each one of these spots, this program triggers my sample library, which is just a big CD of small WAV files, to play, and they'll play for the length of that piece, and then they'll stop. And then at the same time, a piece of software tells it to play out and end to it, so that it sounds a little more natural, this doesn't cut off. And in a little bit, I'll be going into what reverb does and all of that when we get into more of the
gray lines, the vertical gray lines are kind of
the time, and then across it is my piano, as you can see. There's a piano over here.
So what is 5.3, which is halfway between 5 and 6?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Is it 6 times?
As you zoom in, it's going to change the... What's going on? Oh, no, sorry. There's a 4 and a 2. Those are just the within each of the...
There's beats.
It's 4, 4, so there's 4 sections to that measure.
The number at the top went 4, 4.3, 5, 5.3, 6.
Right, it was only showing the center of the half of each of the measures, which would be the third section beginning. So the first happened, the second happened, and it was about to begin the third, essentially. It's all looped out. Ah, but I realized, what am I doing? I'm 5. I'm in 4-4, which means I have to use some math here, and I actually went over. So we'll do that for now. Whoops, fixed. Cool. right, so my editing is not perfect. So once again, I will call on the computer's aid to quantize all of my notes down to 16th notes. Now all of the notes that were slightly off will be fixed. So far, what do you guys think of that? It sounds very simple and not very good yet, but we're getting there. So, drums.
I was thinking snares or something.
Some snare. I think I've got snare right now.
Snares or timpani.
Let's see what we've
I
got
would
right now.
say, actually, I'd some deep notes because we're already using the cellos to help push it down. So, getting some
Bass
drum, deeper,
some format of bass drum.
yeah, something deep and rich. To give it drums and the beat going.
Just not as frequent.
Volume.
Yeah.
It's a volume.
No, loud.
Yeah, well, let's see what I can get here. Timpani rolls are always good for that.
Like a big volume.
I think this is the one.
No, there's a big
Those are kettle drums.
pedal drum. Yeah, kettle drum.
Steel drums.
Jamaican.
This is supposed to be the Caribbean sinister.
Caribbean fantasy. Genre.
Okay, that's a bit of a thumb to that, though we can barely hear it.
This turned to a high season venture dance instruments right there.
I still think about the snare drums to be brighter.
All right, so is it going to be a slow beat, fast beat right off the bat here?
Probably slow.
Slow? Okay, so we're just going to start with a bit of thunder, so to speak, in here. So let's try that.
And then when we're actually
It's all off, doesn't matter, because I've got a program here to fix that.
car, right? Number one. Let's try
Yeah, essentially the point here is to show you what some software can do and how quickly just a laptop. Again, there's a whole lot of other stuff, but I could be doing it with worse sounds on just the laptop.
No, but like so.
Okay, let's solo that, see what that sounds like. Alright, at this point I need to hear what it sounds like specifically, so we'll take the clip track off. We'll now loop just this section. Now we're going to add some reverb.
Trying to express the music, so let's try this. So let's try like 1, 2, 10.
That sound echoey and funny, so we won't do that. Let's try something.
Cannon fire.
When I say push A buttons or punch it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Again, it's quiet, so it's as loud as it gets.
Let's try this again. So what I'll do is I'm going to look your shoulder,
Clip. Just try making it echo long.
This is like for a visual, right? And so if everybody's playing,
Give it a slow attack.
So let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Visually, what did you think of that?
Should I give both of my
For now, on those speakers, that'll have to do. I'll just checkerboard it out, as I like to say. Maybe too frequent right now. Take that back, we'll put it over here as well. Okay, so what it really needs right here is, I think, something different. So I'm going to merge these two sections to make a brand new, twice as long section, in which the second area, let's go somewhere else with it. Right here, we will. We'll have it go up the second time. Let's see what this is doing.
You want to try?
Okay, so we'll have it end over there.
Cool.
All right, so now we have the core of the song, at least the intro. We'll need a lot more drums, of course. But for now, that'll be what comes in. So let's add some more instruments and layer in that to make it sound a little cooler. A little funny because it's quite working there. Let's try.
Do something a little brighter.
Piccolo, right?
This is a fairly
Try it out.
neutral intro.
All right, so we need more presence. Something's happening soon. A battle.
Needs more drama.
I think it needs drum rolls.
Electric
Nobody likes drum rolls.
triangles. Or both.
This doesn't feel like a march without.
Well, it's not this much. Alright, it's like epic thing. Marching to the final battle. Electric rings.
Electric rain stick.
I don't know if I've got an electric rain stick in
Vaguely.
here.
I remember rain sticks.
It's like
So you track.
All right, so to go quickly, I made that as a cello, but I'm not going to have it stay as a cello.
Sam, I love how talented that person was that they were playing two notes at the same time.
yeah.
So talented. So talented.
All right, so we're going to add some viola. All right, now that's really static sounding because all of the notes you might notice are orange. The way the volume is used in this. It's in color. So we'll have it slowly kind of swell.
I got 3 whites and 2 reds and 1 purple. So whites go on one side and reds go on the other.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you just search for
Whites are on.
Essential.
yeah, like there's the music was
All right.
so it's going in
So reds think like a right? Then use the
All right, so we'll slowly close this down.
It's deceiving when
And since I like the way that looks, that's always the fun part. I've actually found quite a few fun sounds and fun notes by just accidentally grabbing a whole lot of it. So we'll have that going at the same time. All right, yeah, I think some snare would be good right now. Some snare, something like that.
Sam, I think
try that again. Before it loops, and I lose my ability to recall.
I'm at the top.
Okay, so let's
Stop it, pull that up. Take a look at what I just did, see
not
how it's
necessarily
looking.
okay. So it's really effective.
Oh, how do you have to have it? Yeah.
I wanted to do something cool there, but I didn't do it on piano right. Story of my life. So, we'll fix it in the program.
I'll have purple.
He's actually on here, right?
We'll have it hit 2 right there because it should sound a little bit louder. And then we'll do another build up note. Right here. All right, so as long as I where are we at?
No, we can't see it.
Right.
So,
Let's try it. Try doing it all. Yeah, it's like rhythm dream. But it's a small little. So,
all right.
It is a demonstration. 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So what I'm going to do is cut that up, take that piece, so that now these two, okay, there we go. Fixed it.
Really just make a
All right, so we have 5 minutes to make the rest of this song. Let's see how fast we can go. All right, so let's see here. Let's add this. All right. Now let's try throwing these around a little bit.
one color with the violin case.
So I have some snare. Got some drums. We'll add those, and then the violin will come in later. After 2.
Look at your notes. Look at the text.
All right. Now you guys wanted it to be drum heavy, so we need more drums.
No. You need to participate.
Can you do it with your face?
Okay, so let's try and hear this part. This is red, so it's really...
All right, some more drums. Let's see here. What do we want?
How about funeral tenor?
Funeral tenor. We can always see what it sounds like.
Sorry, why are we having a funeral?
All right, now we'll bring it up.
Right, what?
Funeral. Is it funeral?
Yeah.
That might sound cool.
Yeah. And then we'll bring in the white.
I don't know if we need more.
And then we'll start bringing the track.
Any higher sounding
So
drums?
I think
Let's
we
try
need more
that. Okay,
mid.
this song we'll just do red.
We got high, we got low.
Tiger's just so good for mid.
And then...
I'm gonna use it now. This way.
And then we'll start
All right, we can try and tweak that to make it sound a little less like a
Yeah, it's
taiko.
like bongos.
But we'll get to that in a second.
notes are a little smaller. Let's try it red. quiet, so they'll kind of start, breaking notes.
So I did play a whole lot of notes there that you couldn't
Yeah,
hear.
that's what we'll do, and then I'll bring.
See what that sounds like.
And then we'll bring in the lights. And then, see what you end the song? Let's start thinking your dot. Doing it like clockwise circle around the song. Okay.
All right, so I lost where I was right here. We'll just change all of these notes. All right, so we got a little bit here. Let's just play through what we've got,
And we will visually express it.
and then you guys will visually express it.
All right.
So that was. Wasn't that long? Huh?
This side of it's cool.
It's on that side too.
All right.
So, and was that even an hour?
It didn't feel like
It
it.
didn't feel like an hour,
That's what
but
happens when you're having so much fun.
I know.
What time do I get back?
I'm not sure.
We didn't start till about 7:40.
All right, so within an hour, it was a large undertaking to do the epic score. What I'll do with this is I'll finish this song, and in like a week, a couple days, you guys can, if you want, give me your email and try and get in contact with me, and this is yours. When I finish it, you might want to hear what it sounds like after it's been worked on a little bit more. But anyway, thank you.
Thank you.